Hi again, it's me, Robin, and I am going to talk about more grief in this video because I know I'm not the only one going through grief. This video, we're going to talk about grief and how it makes you look, your appearance, grief and your appearance. Um, so let's start with, have you ever looked in the mirror while you're grieving and you don't recognize yourself? That happened to me. Um, I look in the mirror, like just in case you don't know, this Sunday will be 2 years that my husband suddenly and unexpectedly passed away. And my situation was traumatic because it was a car accident. But for a little while in the hospital, he was conscious, but he couldn't speak, but he knew what was going on. And so I had a traumatic experience. And so I'm still, this grief process, this second year has been the worst. So I looked in the mirror. I looked at the YouTube videos that I've been putting out, and I said, I look, I'm just being real. I look older than I am. I had bags under my eyes. Everything's just looked more wrinkly. I just don't look like myself. So I did learn. I had to do a little research. Like, am I going to stay looking like this? Because, I just like to look beautiful. But sometimes when you're going through, it's not all about beauty on the outside. It's about healing. So yeah, what I learned, let me share with you what I learned. So if you look at yourself and you be like, girl, or like look at my hair. I was looking at a video, a picture of myself that was just before my husband passed away. I had all this hair, and grief will mess you up. And I was just looking. I was like, dang, I have really. Anyway, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about grief and our looks. So I looked it up, and this is what I learned. First of all, it is true that it says grief accelerates aging by inducing chronic stress. So chronic stress is accelerating our aging, the way we look. We might look older. It releases high levels of cortisol and adrenaline that trigger cell damage. But wait, don't let that scare you, because I got some good news. It triggers cell damage, inflammation, and zombie cell. That's new to me. Zombie cell accumulation. The biological damage manifests visibly through lost skin elasticity. I have noticed that. I noticed that my skin looks looser. Wrinkles. I have wrinkles, I have these bags under my eyes. Sallow skin. Not sure what that is. Ooh, and also duller eyes. Everywhere, if you guys can see, my eyes are green. And everywhere I used to go, people used to be like, oh, your eyes are so pretty. I looked at my eyes in the mirror and they are green, but they're dull. It's like they're missing something. And then also it dulls your skin. And this is the big one for me. I can't sleep. Poor sleep. Poor sleep also has a effect on your looks as well while you're grieving. Poor sleep. And it says nutrition amplify the haggard appearance. So poor sleep and poor nutrition. Poor nutrition can be you just not eating. But I thank God that I've been eating healthy. I put myself on a healthy fast because and gaining weight. I even gained 9 pounds. So I was like, But so all of those things do mess with your appearance. However, I do have some good news. And it says, here's why grief physically ages you. Biological aging, that is the cellular levels. Studies show that intense, prolonged grief can speed up aging at a cellular level, measured by epigenetic clocks. The loss of a loved one can cause cells to stop reproducing. Mm-hmm. Your cells stop reproducing. And when we're grieving, like I'm grieving so bad right now because Sunday is my husband's 2nd year death anniversary. This year has been hard. But this week, it's a lot. And then on top of that, someone that I dearly loved, young man that was in my life when he was younger, hung around us, passed away. And that on top of my husband's death is really bothering me. But anyway, hormonal overload. We changing, our looks are changing because of hormonal overload. It's called the body's fight or flight response. It's constantly activated, releasing high levels of cortisol and adrenaline. This suppresses immune function and increases oxidative stress. So that's what's happening as well. Physical depletion. Grief frequently disrupts sleep, reduces physical activity, causes poor nutrition. We talked about that just a few minutes ago. And then it says accumulation of loss, multiple or intense losses such as spouse, child, etc. have a more significant impact on speeding up biological aging compared to a single loss. So that is what happens. Now, don't worry. Guess what? We will bounce back. Studies have shown that once you are healed from the grief, however long that takes, your body is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Your nervous system is a beautiful thing. Your hormones are a beautiful thing. It says, okay, we're out of danger now. Because when you're grieving, your brain, your body is protecting you. It's believe it or not, it's protecting you from the danger. So, but when you finally come out of that, then everything regenerates. Your cells regenerate, your hormones get back to normal, your skin tightens up. This is a real thing. It's different versus aging, just aging. You don't have a grief loss, but you're aging just because you're aging. That, I haven't researched that, but I don't think you can turn that around unless you get, surgery, cosmetic surgery. People lift their chin and do all this stuff. But aging from grief, that does bounce back. So we will bounce back. And I can't wait till all these bags are gone, till my hair is grown back in, my skin is tightened up again. That is the good news. That's the good news. So if you are looking at yourself while you're grieving, or you're just starting to grieve, I'm letting you know this is things that can happen, that will happen to your body. So I thank you guys for tuning in. I thank you for listening to me. I'm going to have so much more up to come about grief. Oh my goodness, it's going to be so good. So what did we take away today? Our looks will change, hormonal, all of those things. But guess what? The good news is that it doesn't stay that way. That's what we're taking away. So don't worry about it. That's one thing I worry about, but I'm not worried about it since I've done that research. And I'm just going to go with the flow. I'm telling you, go with the flow. Fall into your grief, because the quicker you fall into it and let it be, cry, don't worry about your look. Don't worry about none of that. Just fall into it and let it do what it do. And then we're going to come out on the other side. We're going to get through this together. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.